Way cool, eh? 71 recipes. Just got this book. She's a beauty. Yep. And I got this one. And then, hey, make it by Mandy. Wow. Hello. Hello, Bill. Hello, Bud Files. I sent you an email. I forgot my computer with my contacts, so I'm sorry about that. But good to see you. And then I have this. These are all new books to me. I haven't read them at all. Hi, Bill. Hi, buddy. Hey, Bill. Hi, buddy. Yep. I'm going to try this stuff out because it's winter time coming up. And these babies are lots of them here. Mussels, clams. Make it by Mandy. Nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see you, Mandy. But, and I've got a new... These are all gifts from people, right? Yeah. And Wild Harvest BC. Yeah. Let's see. Thanks for the thumbs up. And participants. Jay Dixon's here. Yay. There you go, Jay. But yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of foraging in the winter time and a winter camp. I've been doing a lot of traveling as of late. There you go. Jay Dixon. Good to see you. Yeah. But I just can't keep my hands off of it. This is way cool, hey? Way, way cool. Yep. I didn't know there was uses for Devil's Club. There it is there. Cattails. Into that. Check that out. Right? There he is there harvesting them. I don't know if you can see that very well. But yeah, there's lots of cattails here. Tons. Tons and tons and tons. But yeah, I caught a bunch of fish. Did a bunch of fishing. And just been doing gardening right now, planting the last of the garlic. Neat book. I have a few wild. Oh, you do? Hey, really? Make sure they put them in the ambo. But yeah, I have a lot of them, wild harvest books as well. But utilizing them, I'm going harvesting sea kelp. Now that it's getting colder, that's the time to go and do it, hey? And that's what this Coastal Foragers cookbook's all about. There's a ton of recipes. I kind of just looked at it. It's for the Pacific Northwest. That's what we just did. The Coastal Foragers. We just did this right there. Yeah. Yeah. Got some video. It was neat doing that. I didn't do it, someone else did. But that's the mainstay around here are the crabs, the Dungeness. Most of mine are vintage. I also have wild medicine book, and yes, there will. Aha! How's that going with your build? Yep. You can harvest a lot from shore, hey? There's a ton of limpets. Don't eat the purpley green ones, though. Ooh, those snails, they're hallucinogenic, psychedelic, whatever. Not everything's edible. Yeah. Be a good forager. Yep. Must be a pine. This is what we'll be. These are nice. This is what I'll be eating. I just like to put like 2 inches of water in the cook pot, get it steaming, and then drop some cream in, and then very end some dill and a squirt of lemon, and it oh, it's good. It's really good. Working on electrical components right now will take me a couple of months to get that all in, and then I will be doing the permanent build. It seems like a long time. Yeah. I looked at the inside, it's concaved, that, that was interesting to see. I looked at that ambulance. I looked it all over. It's a good size. There's lots of room in there, but it's solid. And yeah. And Jay Dixon's here. Cool. Let's see who's all still here. And Bill's still here. And the Bud Files left. Oh no. And Jay Dixon, Mandy, and Bill. Good. Just checking on if the numbers up here are correct. I'm always Bill. I'm watching you too, Bill. Hey, I moved my lemon tree. It's growing lots, man. Holy moly. And we had some nasty winds last night. I mean, really nasty winds. And yeah, but I have about a half a dozen lemons on my lemon tree. So that was pretty nice. And one of my neighbors down the road wants to pick one. So everybody wants to pick one lemon, hey, just to say they picked a lemon. Okay. Even my doc wants some lemons. So I'm gonna give my doctor some lemons. I'll just cut an arm off of one of my buddy's lemon trees because they're loaded and he doesn't do anything with them. Half the time they just fall off and mice carry them away. And there's so many, right? Nothing like homegrown. I know, right? But oh, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah. But I like eating these. They're not so great for my gout, but I don't care. No one knows what they're missing here in Canada. I know, right? The Bud Files. I don't think he's still here. I checked. I like that show or that channel. He's not here, but it's a good channel to go to. Oh, the cool thing when I was just kind of looking through this was the stinging nettle uses. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't a stinging nettle fan. They taste like swamp water, but there's new spring shoots, leaves, and edible trees. All trees are edible, the cambium layer. Some are tastier than others, but and then some, you gather it in the spring, just before spring there. That's when it's really running in the cambium, the sugars. That's what you're looking for. Yeah. Good to see you, Jay Dixon. I didn't know much about some of the stuff that was in there. I just quickly went through it. Stinging nettle, stuffed zucchini. There it is there. Can you believe that? I mean, you can't dream this stuff up. Perfect, hey? And that's what you want. Is like, if there's nothing on the shelf, you want to be able to go out and get a few things, like, and to keep up that nutrient values. Blistering. Hey, Jamie, I just watched your video on you had a silver commemorative coin sent to you. And that was pretty cool. I'll just give you a wrench while you're here there, Mr. Jamie. Cool channel. He does a lot of things. Grant McIntosh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. There you go. Boom, boom. So Bill was saying something there. Bill. It's not just the taste is better, but the terpenes in the lemon really intoxicating, almost the aroma of a homegrown lemon. No way to explain it to anyone. They have to experience it. It tastes way different when you grow your own lemons and citrus. It's night and day. It's night and day. Like the one lady next door to me, she just eats the whole lemon. She's like, this is just like in Africa. And she's eating the thing. And I'm like, you don't peel it or juice it? And she's like, no, you eat the peel. And that lady works all day long, like 8-10 hours doing her. She loves her new veggie patch I built for her. A few years ago at the Wild Food Festival, I had a stinging nettle soup that was quite tasty. Really, hey? I'm not a fan of stinging nettle, but it's packed full of nutrients. You really should use it. I'm going to get used to it. I'm finding recipes. Thanks for all the thumbs up. I'm doing well. Blistering. And where are you? Way back there when the Bud Files came in. I better check to see if that is the Bud Files, because there's a lot of, yeah, it is. Cool channel. You get a chance to go over and see him. That's great. Oh, that's nice, Grant. What's Grant doing? I'm out here on the West Coast, first time. Hey, you're not far from me, man. It's like a couple of hours from me by boat. You'd have to take the ferry, or no, yeah, there's still a ferry around here. There's no bridge. It'd be nice if they had a bridge, but they'll keep squandering billions on ships that are junk, like the super ferries or some crap. Billions are spent on junk. A couple years, they turf them, sell them for $1. It's crazy. Bill, sounds like homegrown tomatoes. Nothing in store tastes like that. Yeah, homegrown tomatoes. I'm still working on my tomatoes. Like, holy, I still have tomatoes, lots of tomatoes. And I use them every day, every day in recipe but then I was gone for a little while. Good morning, G Mama. I was just at your channel when we were live. Yeah, good morning. Oh, just enjoying this book here, G Mama. Yeah, I had a chance. Hey, hey, Nick. Nick and Mick is here, right? Touch of Fishing. Cool. I think I'm all caught up. But yeah, these are great books. These are like really great. Yeah. This was interesting. Evergreen cone molasses popovers, right? Who would have thought about that? It's all in the Coastal Foragers cookbook. And Mandy says she has a bunch of vintage ones. That's interesting. I have some as well. Yep. Evergreen cone molasses, Morel strata. Oh, nettle with porcorino. Yeah. Even make noodles from nettles. Check that out, folks. Hey, Vay, how's it going? Just, I mean, all this great stuff. Dandelion marmalade. That's just so awesome. Elderberry poached pears. There we go. Hi, Verna. Yep. And what do we got here? No idea what that is. Summertime. Oh, this is what I'm after this fall. Right there, that bull kelp. I'm after that. That's my favorite. Just the fronds, just chop them and you fry them. It tastes just like bacon. I'm like, to go see if that's really mucky. And it is. And I'm subscribed. So have to give you a wrench there for your other channel there, Mickey. There you go. Cheers. Oh, yeah, but this puppy here, this is the one that I use mostly for my, like when I make my soil too. This is the one I'll chop up and I put it in there. There's so much rain around here. You don't have to worry about a little bit of salt in that. And then when it washes in from the ocean onto the beach, it rains here constantly. It's a rainforest. So it washes the salt off. A lot of people ask that, but seaweed is like the best for making soil. It has some cool. Howie, I had some crap. Sorry for the change. Well, you had some crap. That's all good, Mick. Hope everything changed good. Peel is where most of the, you bet, Verna. It's raining right now. Yeah, it the wind last night. I mean, it was just wild. I seen umbrellas fly by, those ones that you open for, and I've got one in my yard that you open up by your table. Seen plastic bags go by. My door blew open in the laundry room, and all these leaves went in there. I'm like, what has a rat been in here or something? And I'm looking at it all over. I'm like, what the hell is this, man? And then I realized I got some cleanup to do. I was like, oh, dude, work. It's a bummer. But I'm totally stoked about foraging and fishing and different ways of getting my crabs and stuff. There's a few ways. I looked at where's that book? It's a survival book. It's not handy, but it's somewhere here. And but I want to be able to eat more from the land and the ocean. I'm totally into that. My past week, that's all I did. I was just like, geez, man, what am I missing here? And I was hanging out with some cool people, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was really a lot of fun. Hey, Vince, good to see you. Just chatting about bull kelp. Look at that, hey? Isn't that delicious looking? But frying it up is no joke, and it's really nice. Here it is here, and that's the centerpiece, and these are pickles, right? Believe it or not, that's pickles. That's the long. There's a cord from those fronds that goes down and attaches to a rock, right? And that's what this is. It's bull kelp. But you know what? Most, if not all, seaweed and kelp are edible. Now, I'm not saying all because I haven't tried all, but I've tried quite a few. And thanks for all the thumbs up, and cheers to if you're coastal foraging, like in wherever you are on the planet, learn a few skills about foraging. It's fun. Seafood is the best. Yes. Yeah. Sorry if I have missed saying hi to anyone. I'm getting ready going to Courtney today. You're going up island. Yeah, the salmon are all at the mouth of the river. The cohos are all shooting up now. Yeah, the northern coho is still in the ocean, like all over the place. Cheers. Yeah. You have a safe trip there, Mandy. Vase Place. There we go. Participants. Okay, you're all still there. YouTube's a funny place. Sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it does, and it's like, what? But yeah, Mucky is here. Very cool. Yeah, you have a great time up in Courtney. That's a nice place. North of Courtney is where my meat comes from. Yeah. They got some beautiful pasture lands up in Merville. And the cows there they wander around and they eat. And it's just like, wow. And I have their beef. I have several of their giant roasts like that. I just got them. And a bunch of lamb because I like lamb. You try to get the purest food, and then you'll go up in health wise. If you're eating dead foods from a factory, that's not so good, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's the pickles. Do you think you can do that? Just go into the ocean here? No, it's pretty cold. You need a wetsuit, dry suit, whatever you got suit. But that's it right there. That's it. You're going in there. I was near you last week, Howie. Laugh out loud. Took the Brentwood ferry. What? What? I was near you. I was way up the island. I went a whole bunch of places, but yeah, last week the boat hit a rock too. That wasn't. It's got damage. Yeah, new boat. Yeah, I don't want that boat anymore. It's bad luck, man. It's like taking a banana peel on the boat. You don't do it. Yep. Cheers to Mum. Yeah, G Mama Grows. I had to get the ferry from Tsawwassen Sort today, then Brentwood Ferry to get home. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You can take the Mill. Well, we call it the Mill Bay Ferry, but yeah, you can do that, and you avoid the Malahat thing. Yeah. I've done that. I'm not getting in our water, get bitten by crabs. Eh. Oh no, bummer. That sucks. How? Yeah. The boat. I didn't like it. There's damage. I'm not fixing that. It's not my problem. New boat. I'm not fixing that. No, it didn't. I didn't even see it. And I was at the front of the boat. I almost went out overboard onto the gravel. I'm like, and we're like 3 feet from it, but we're like you've still got lots of water, so you're calling out the foot depth, your fathoms to the captain. But it didn't matter. We hit that, and it was a dead stop, man. I had to push it off the rocks. I had to jump into the water and push it off the rock. Right? So that was a bummer. Yep, avoid the Malahat at any chance. Yeah, that place is the Malahat Chute there. That's a rough place, man. But a nice raspberry picking there, a nice salmonberry picking, beautiful salmonberry and huckleberry picking there. And there's pines there too, and shanties right now. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of fun going out and picking, foraging, and stuff like that. But getting out into the it's called bull kelp, bullwhip stem into 1 meter rounds. Yep. Here's the sea asparagus. I want this. This I want. See that? I want that. I've seen it and I just didn't bother eating it, but I will now. Yeah, avoid the Malahat. Sea asparagus. Look at that. Sea asparagus and crab. I'm all totally down for this. This is my favorite lettuce. I've eaten this often. You have to wash it in water because it can get quite sandy. And you got to wash it a few times too, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You can stir fry that. You can eat it raw. It is delicious. And if you see stuff like that in that eelgrass, you're going to see a lot of fish there too. There'll be fish there. They like hiding in there, and there'll be lots of crabs too. Yep, avoid them. Yeah, avoid them. Have you ever made your own salt bug oil? Oh yeah. I've chipped salt off of rocks and used it, like out in Machosen. That the water spray keeps splashing up, so the salt builds up. So you just chip it off, and it's pretty good actually. Crispy seaweed. Yeah, nothing wrong with seaweed. I like seaweed, but foraging is an art form in itself, and it's not an easy thing for people to get used to. You have to hang out with like-minded people when you're foraging. Crispy seaweed, yeah. But this is this is called sea lettuce breadsticks. There they are there. I mean, you're going to have to use what's available. And cumin crusted surf smelt. Yeah. Wow. Alder smoked salmon belly. That's my favorite food. I actually have some in my freezer and can behind me. That looks like a really neat book. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Wow. so cool. Spot prawns with hazelnut sauce. That's a little difficult to come by. I usually buy them. You have to put your traps in 300 feet of water. Check out that clam. That's a monstrous clam. You'd only need one to feed yourself. But Coastal Foragers cookbook, I like. I was from a really good friend. How you're making me hungry. Me too. I need some more coffee. I fish it has the highest salt content around here. It's molten salt, but takes a case of fresh water to drink yeah. You make rock solid passion. Well, let's see if it is. I was over at your channel recently, and it is. Yep. There you go. And I've decided I'm going to learn new skills. I don't like to change much. Lower class booth. I have no idea what your channel means, but I've seen you before. Beautiful channel. I'm going to subscribe to it. I'll come back and check it out. I like checking out channels. I don't have a lot of time for YouTube anymore. I'm going to be very busy this winter. But AKA Cave Snake Oil. Yes. Yeah, waving. But I'm going to enjoy my foraging this. I've been really on it for a little bit now, quite a bit over my life, but I'm going to stick to it for like a 3-month stint. And I just want to do my own thing with, it's not get the camera out and all that. I'm just going to sit there and enjoy my sea asparagus and Dungeness crab. Wait a minute. I thought I gave you a wrench. Oh, that's weird. But more foraging to up if there's nothing at the store. And then for my health wise too, because stuff from the store is not that good for you. I didn't want to say that. I've got enough problems being shadow banned. You tell the truth, I don't want that. Make sure you've got the button considered subscribing. If you haven't already, it's free and helps the channel grow. Thank you. Well, let's go and see what you put up there. Oh, it's the guy. Good. I gave him a wrench. There you go. Yeah, YouTube always unsub people for some crazy. Yeah. You have to hit the bells and whistles. Urban Garden Chronicles. Welcome. There you go, Urban. Bing bada boomba. Good to see you, Urban. Urban has a Saturday morning sometimes. I haven't been there for a long time. Wonder if I've been unsubbed or something. Nope. I'm subscribed, and wow, your channel's doing really good. Yep. Urban. Good to see you, Urban. Always a pleasure. No, I have been off. Yeah, me too. I've been taking breaks. Like this summer, I didn't go live at all. Well, maybe once or twice, and then now I'm going off on a big foraging binge of the ocean and the forest. There's so much available right now, especially mushrooms. And then with the low tides coming up, I mean, there's just so much shellfish, oysters, and I'm gonna have a feast. Good to see you there, Urban. Love mushrooms. Yeah. 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 There's you be careful with mushrooms. I mean, all mushrooms are edible once, right? Be very careful. You might not to get to eat them again. You got to do a lot of learning and identification. Bye, Minty. I have a great day, Howie, and happy Wednesday to you. Hey, Minty Cactus. Good to see you, Minty. Bye, Minty. And I think Minty's getting ready for Halloween coming up. That's my favorite day of the year. Well, really, Earth Day is, but Halloween's next. And then kind of Happy Born Day, right? Yeah. I think I'm all caught up. You have a good one, Minty. But yeah, learning about foraging, doing plant identification, and then if you're not near an ocean and there's no food, go to the ocean. Generally, there's something there like cod or salmon or oysters. And have a look around, even limpets, but be careful with those too. Don't eat the green snails. No, keep safe, Minty. Plants and mushrooms, amazing. Yep. Mandy's leaving. I have to run as well. We are leaving soon. Hey, have a safe trip there. Yep. I can't believe you're at the Brentwood Bay. You're right there. It's like 15 minutes from me. Yeah, I went up island. I cruised around. I went to some other islands. And that was fun. I've been to 3 islands besides the one I live on. So that was fun. Right touch of fishing. Yeah. But the Wild Harvest BC book, A Forager's Guide to Edible Plants of British Columbia. Who would have thought? Morels. I've never eaten this one. There's wild mint. I like this with new potatoes. Yeah, new potatoes. Oh, who would have thought you could can shanties or jar them like hot water bath, pickled chanterelles? I never even thought of it. I mean, it's just something you don't really think of. Burbot and creamy mushroom, chanterelles and salmon. Caution. Beware of false chanterelles, which go by the Latin name. I'm not even going to try to butcher that, as they are not edible. These mushrooms have hollow, flimsy, smooth stalks that glow in the dark. There you go. Even though false chanterelles are not deadly, they are said to cause a foodborne illness if eaten. Yeah, I'm not into that. I'm into chanterelles, though. Oh, yeah, giant puffballs. Check that out. I've seen them, and I'm like, oh, yeah, what's that? Yeah. You're used to just like little puffballs. Pineapple mint, nice. IMOs, indigenous microorganisms, just make sense to me. Yup. Cream of potato and puffball soup. Here's the shaggy mains. You got to get them as soon as they come out, or don't bother eating them. They're kind of. Oh, yeah. Venison steak with creamed morels. Oh. Run, deer, run. Yep. There's the morel. And that's the morel there. That's the false morel there. You don't want that. Asian style morel soup. Yeah. They're like $40 a pound. They're not around right now. They're all gone, but they'll be back again in April for sure. Yep. Gotta love mushrooms. Juniper berries. Nice spiced. If you dry it out and grind it up and put it on meat like venison, it's delicious. Juniper berries. Yep. Salmon steaks and crispy hazelnut jackets. Wow. Choke cherries. Yep. Pin cherries. Yeah, they grow up in the north. Wild cranberries, Canadian bunch berries. This is a great one. I love this. My dad used to eat those. So if I'm not around this, that's that ice cream one. Wild raspberries. Where are you? Where'd you go? Wild blueberries. Oh, come on, man. There it is. There. You make ice cream out of this. The native people made ice cream right there. You whip that and it makes into ice cream. How difficult would it be to grow them mushrooms? Oh, you need spores first. But in some mushrooms you can't replicate. But I'm going to be doing my foraging and winter camping. Howie is making me AJ Dixon. But this winter I'm going to be getting back more to my traditional diet and staying away from. I bet that tastes awesome. Yeah. It's swapuli berry, and you mash it, you strain it off, and then you whip it, and it turns into an ice cream. And you can freeze it, or you can just eat it like that. I've had that, and but here on the West Coast, I'm going to gotta go. Have a great day. I'll see you, Jay Dixon. Thank you for being here. But definitely more foraging in your locale and outside. I only forage within 5 kilometers here, but I'm learning that it's not as healthy as going away from like there's golf courses and there's commercial farms here, mushroom farms, chicken farms, and everybody's spraying Roundup here. So I'm done with foraging so much unless I really have to, but I'm more going outside that 5 kilometer radius because it's as simple as that. It's and it's interesting when you get out into the forested areas here, what's available, and along the ocean shores, you have to really watch yourself where you're chemical all over nowadays. Well, yeah, there's lots of wild places here. And I mean, that obviously would be less there where there's a wild place and away from cities and stuff. I just want a nice, clean bit of food. I'm not asking for too much, but I'm definitely not foraging within 5 miles of a golf course or a farm or anything that uses Roundup and chemicals because the aerosol. I've read studies that it's not so good. So, but I mean, I'm not going to limit myself just to my 5 kilometer radius from the house, from the food forest here, and my own food forest. And I want to be out there. I want to be out there making my own bull kelp pickles and bull kelp prawn bacon. Unfortunately, water has been poisoned. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It's what you can do about it, right? So if you're going to go and collect seafood outside the sewage treatment plant, well, it's a little watered down 50 miles up the coast. So it's just a matter of using some common sense. Like, are you going to go and fish bottom fish near the pulp mill? I don't think so. I wouldn't. But one time the fisheries and oceans stopped my vessel. They're like, any fish on board? I'm like, outside the sewage treatment plant right here? No. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating anything here. I just like to catch fish. I said, if I wanted to eat one, I go a little further up the coast, right? I mean, it just makes sense. The thing we can't do without water is life. Yep, absolutely. I'm gonna grab some more coffee. yeah, water has been contaminated heavily, but microbes make a lot of toxins inert. Okay, so it's a layer, and when that layer gets dealt with, another layer comes, and another layer, and that's the way nature works. But and definitely be careful where you're harvesting your seaweed and harvesting your clams, oysters, where you're catching your cods, your trout. Be aware of your environment when you're foraging. And you know what? If there's nothing at the store, then obviously that you have to do something. I'm not saying go and live, uh, go live on nature. It just wouldn't work for everyone because it's changed so much. Our rivers are polluted too, but the sea isn't too bad now. Well, that's good news. And we're talking showers and baths. Yeah, like PFAS, like that's in the water. It's inside humans. Did you know that? If you know how you have a cooking utensil, you have a cooking utensil. There's that much the size of a cooking utensil inside you of plastics and PFAS and crap. They just settled a big $2 billion claim against DuPont for PFAS. They knew that that stuff causes a lot of problems. It's forever chemicals. It's not going to leave you. And I'm not saying stay awake at night or anything. Get a good night's sleep, but I'd like to avoid. Yeah, I like to avoid. Yeah, all about money. Yeah, man, I'm all about my health and happiness. And so that's where I'm heading with my health journey is getting back to what I used to do when I was younger. I didn't even know any of a sick person. Now I'm surrounded by them. My best friend's down right now. He got something. He's got something. He's like, I got no room for shit. I drink too much beer. Mick, at least reduce the bad stuff. What I'm focused on. Yeah, exactly. If there was better governance, but that's part of like when I had my bath. I had a shower recently, and it had all the chlorine and fluoride and all the crap out of it, and it was just water. I'm like, this feels weird. Is it me? Like, is this freaking psychological or some shit? Because my skin is way smoother. And I'm like, it didn't come through the plastic and metal pipes and all that. It was reverse osmosis water straight from the still or gadget. I was just like, oh. And I showered in it. And I was just like, wow. And it was incredible. It was absolutely. It was much like putting baking soda on your hand and then washing your hand. You have that really smooth, silky thing like feeling. Hey, Adrian, how's it going? And yeah, so I'm looking at better water too. Jay, he does this every time I'm fishing. Jay. I think Jay left. But be aware if there's raw sewage going out into where you live or chemicals being sprayed. I just don't have time for that nastiness anymore. It's just to me it's nasty. It's just absolutely nasty. So for the next few months, you won't see me around on YouTube very much. I won't even be near my computer. I have no time for it. But it's been a good journey. I mean, I spent like a lot of time making videos and putting it up on my what I'm doing and stuff like that. But there won't be any more. I've got thousands of videos I don't even put up, and I'm going to be concentrating on my health and foraging and hanging out at a cave or two. Right? That's you'll be back. Oh yeah, I'm just going up because it's wintertime and the tides are right. I want to be able to go and forage. Please keep safe, Howie. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Oh yeah, I'll always be back. But I mean, I'm not sitting there editing videos. Not that I edited any anyway. I just put them up raw. I didn't care. It was just I was here to and I left my mark of making soil, saying hello to everybody. But I won't be okay. I understand. Safe travels, brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you kindly. It's just I want to see new places. I'm not getting any younger, but I'm not running and putting it up on YouTube or you know I'm just going and doing my thing that I want to do. I want to go and read books in the rainforest. I want to go mushroom picking. I want to eat my jams and jellies that are right there out in the forest and my smoked salmon. Real time. Yeah, exactly. Life about living. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing tying me. I don't have the 9 to 5 job. I'm not, so I'm not going to sit here and the food forest is built, it's producing. If I walked away from the food forest, it'll still grow. It'll still be looking after itself. So what I've done is I have a guy that does a little bit of work for me. I've got him to cut on both sides of the food forest, bring everything way back that 2 or 3 years it would take to grow back. And it should look after itself. And not only that, they're building a multiplex uh, I don't know, superstructure next door to me. I'm not going to be here for that. That's the big motivation. I don't know what the hell they're building. It's more than one unit and it's a little tiny little lot. And I'm like, well, how the hell is that going to work? And there's whoever's building it, whatever. I'm putting a row of trees along my driveway with some cones. Don't drive in my driveway, and you can build your garbage geodesic housing crap, whatever you're doing, because I'm not going to be here for it. It's just it's that's a big motivation not to be here for it, but I'm going to use my time for going into the wilds and having a peaceful solace time. So I won't be I could be gone for months and months and months, and but I'm so jealous. Life is about living, seeing the real stuff. Yeah, and the food and you know what, I love people, but I really don't want to see anybody. I don't. I'm not interested in seeing a bunch of people. Well, of course, if Dave Knight showed up, he's cool, or you know, Mick showed up, or Mandy, or that'd be great and all. But I mean, it's just that uh, one of the things that tripped me last week was. Well, actually, it was a little before that. It was a couple of weeks ago. There's this lady that uses a walker to walk down the road. And I noticed, I said, what's wrong, And she's like, oh, this, that, and this, that. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, you're doing it to yourself. I said to her, and you need to go and see a doctor, right? And oh, she let loose with a barrage. Right? That's hocus pocus and all this shit, And I'm like, you know what? I don't have to stop. So I've seen her pushing her walker a couple times. I just walked right by. I gave her good advice, right? I give her the best advice I've got. You need to go get professional help, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time stopping and even saying hello, because you know what? Here's my magic wand. I'm flying right by. I'm like, you're nuts. So yeah. And so yeah. Hey, So Blessed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, So Blessed. Good morning. And yeah, really, Mick. It's just like, what the hell, right? Attitude can change a lot of things. Yep. Yep. You're welcome. So blessed. Yeah. Attitude's everything, and there's 50% good in this world, 50% bad. Right. But do you want your time for yourself, or do you want your time for the 50% that's good or 50% that's bad? right? It's up to you how you use your time while you're here. Like I'm well over a half century old, so I'm on my final glide here. I have she was rude then. Oh God, yeah. I mean, I understand that she's not well. She's pushing a walker. She's not even 50 years old. Okay. But what she's doing to herself is, she's doing stuff that's not so good, obviously, right? She's done it to herself. So I was just trying to help her, but man, the barrage I got. Be right back. I got a call. Okay, there, Nick or Mick, one of yous. But it's just I felt like I had wasted my time. I really did, and and then I've seen that before. The brain doesn't know the difference. Be careful what you say out loud. My G-Pops taught me this. Yeah, exactly. It's interpretation. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. But yeah, yeah. So anyway, I've seen her since then, and I just walked right by. She waved, and I didn't even wave. I just kept walking. You know, sorry, I didn't mean to put the face so blessed. Okay. But, and then a couple of weeks ago, one of my relatives' boyfriend decided that he was entitled to drop all my relatives' stuff in my driveway. Not so good. You're not entitled to do that. And I recorded it all, and there's laws, right? So where this entitlement comes from is amazing. You're entitled to do that. What about the person that owned the belongings? What's their entitlement? And then you feel that you can come and put it in my driveway? No, no. So today I put a tarp on it. And so today I'm taking it and bringing it to my relative, because I contacted my relative and said, hey, your stuff is here. Your boyfriend left it here. Please take it. Didn't show up. So I'm not going to be responsible for throwing it in the garbage or something like that, because that's the way people are. You've got to hang on. If you have possession of someone's property, you have to hang on to it and try to bring it back. There's these laws. So I'm dropping it off right at her doorstep today. I'm loading up the car right after this. But that just goes to show that I want my own time. And if I have to go and hang out in a freaking cave, I will. I will. I'll hang out in the cave and make algae burgers, biofilm burger if I have to, something. I just want to have my own experiences, and I've when someone feels they're entitled to do whatever they want because you exist, I got a real issue with that. I have a real issue with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's part of my trip that's coming up very quickly for foraging, coastal foraging, and I have a new gear. I have one of those bearskin hoodies. I have um, um, a hot tent where I can put the wood stove in, and then I'm mobile with a 4x4 machine. So I'm not staying here. I like winter spring fishing, so it's a spring salmon, a red salmon, and I know a few spots where I can catch a few here and there. And it's a lot of fun when you catch one, cook it, eat it, and you feel the nutrients. And I've done all I can do for harvest here. But if you don't see me around on YouTube, I'm so sorry, but I'm just going off and doing my own thing. And over this winter, that's winter camping is what I'm doing. I'm going with a couple of good friends, so I won't be as you won't see me around. See you around. That's what my buddy says. She's like, yeah, see you around. See you around. Yeah, but yeah, on a more serious note, is this is probably my last live stream for a while. I won't be back. and I'm not putting up any more videos, and I won't be back for a long time because I'm going and doing my own thing. So I did that before, and then there's like trolls that take advantage of that and put down. At one point they even said that I died, and they had a funeral for me and all this crap. They're just weirdos, right? So just for the record, I'm off doing my own thing, and I wish everyone the best. But I'm going foraging and doing my own thing, and that's this is I won't be back on the YouTube live stream for a really long time. It's because I'll let Pilgor know. Cool. Yeah, Pilgor's really cool. I've watched lots of his videos and been on his lives, but it's just that I'm doing my own thing. I've got my smoked salmon, and it's all down now, and that's within the next week. I've got my gear all set up. I've got my ride set up. I've got my books all set up. I got a new survival book. I want to try some. He's harvesting. Yeah, I bet he is. I have a new book. Well, it's new to me. It's not a new book on traps and just cool stuff. Wild edibles. I was just gonna head out. I'll stay now, but yeah, I'm going. Doing this wild edibles. Feasting Wild in the Pacific Northwest, the Coastal Foragers Cookbook. And there's the clams and the mussels. Yeah, cool trap book. Neat. Yeah. Yeah, for like prawns and crayfish and stuff. Yeah, making your own wild crafting. So, yeah, but I'm definitely not videotaping or making videos or going live for a long time, especially over this winter. I'm doing winter camping with 3 different people, one organization that's really cool. And yeah, yum. Happy Mac. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, so if you don't see this mug around, that's why I'm doing my own thing. And if the trolls put up that I've died and have a funeral, it's not true. That's what happened 3 years ago. I've been lurking while working. The lurker. But yeah, so I'm doing a lot of learning. I'm in the right locale for going up island and the different islands up into the inside passage here for foraging and having fun eating, good times. And but I'll be with 3 different parties at 3 different times over the next 3 to 5 months, maybe 6 months. I'll be coming and going, but I'm not putting up a bunch of stuff. Sometimes a camera is not needed. No, I don't want a camera. I've tried to do this before, but if and apparently this computer is not going to be working, or they're not supporting it or something. Microsoft, I don't really give a shit. It doesn't make any difference to me, and I'm not purchasing another one. And then I got a bunch of ads to purchase a new computer. Oh yeah, here's $2,000 or $3,000. Sure. No. Sometimes a camera is not needed. I have your contact info. I will send you a letter if I don't hear from you. Well, that's all great and all, but I'm letting people know right now that you won't see me on YouTube, and I'm not putting up videos. Like I wasn't live hardly at all over the summer. I just was busy enjoying myself, and I really liked that. And then I did my harvest. I didn't do a lot of videos of my harvest. I just, did a couple videos, and I'm finding that it takes up a lot of time, but I want my time for myself. If that sounds selfish, well, hey, and so yeah. I actually be mailing out something to you, Wild Edibles. Not right away, but when I get back from my next trip, I'll have some cool stuff. So I'll send out some cool stuff. I know you like cool things, so yeah, yeah. But anyway, you all take care. Get some good books on foraging and harvesting, and I wish everyone the very best. Here's to healing adventures. Exactly. That's what, I know you have a fantastic time, but I'll be looking forward to hearing about it. Well, yeah, yeah. Happy travels. You as well. And you all take time for yourselves, and don't get don't get lose any sleep over any BS that you just get a good night's sleep. Stay away from sugar. Thank you. When the postal strike is over, buddy, take your time. Exactly. That's in full swing here. I'm going to be foraging over the winter and having a good time by my wood stove. And I just wish everyone the very best, the very, very best. And I'm going to leave this live stream up. I usually take them down and whatnot, and but there I'm not going on YouTube because I simply won't have a new computer. For one, for two, I won't have a computer. But and I'm not carrying around a cell phone. I'm trying to get away from microwaves, so it'll should be fun to see if I go up a level in my health and solace. That being said and done, I love you all. Take care. Much love, mad respect. Mad respect for you all. And take care. Blessings to everyone. Ending stream now. Where do I end the stream now? Same to you. Good to see you. So blessed. Urban, take care, Urban. Good seeing you. I haven't seen you for a while. Mad respect. Yes. Ending stream now. I never get used to this, and I don't want to get used to it. Take care, folks. Yeah. Get up and grow.